dive into the world of Mexican politics. But first, do you think you're aware of everything there is to know about Mexico's political landscape? Let's embark on a journey of discovery, where we'll peel back the layers of the complex and richly woven tapestry that is Mexican politics. Picture a realm where the ancient and the modern intertwine, where indigenous traditions meld seamlessly with contemporary ideologies, and where the echoes of the past reverberate in the present. This is the world of Mexican politics, a world teeming with intrigue, passion, and power. The political history of Mexico is a vibrant saga spanning hundreds of years, from the ancient civilizations of the Aztecs and Mayans to Spanish colonial rule, from the struggle for independence to the formation of the modern Mexican state. Each era has left its indelible mark on the political landscape, shaping the nation's identity and its approach to governance. Yet the history of Mexico is often shrouded in myths and misconceptions. It's easy to fall into the trap of oversimplification, of painting the political scene with broad strokes based on a handful of headlines or stereotypes. But to truly understand Mexico, we need to delve deeper. We need to explore the realities that lie beneath the surface, the truths that often get overshadowed by the prevailing narratives. Why, you may ask, is this important? Well, knowledge is power. Understanding the intricacies of Mexican politics gives us a more nuanced perspective of the country, its people, and its place in the world. It helps us appreciate the complexities of the issues at hand and the challenges faced by those in power. And perhaps most importantly, it empowers us to engage in informed discussions and make more enlightened decisions. So are you ready to embark on this journey of discovery? Are you ready to challenge your preconceived notions and debunk some myths? Hold on to your seats. This will be an enlightening ride. Myth number 1, Mexico is a one-party state. Does this ring a bell? You might be thinking of the 71-year reign of the Institutional Revolutionary Party, or PRI, from 1929 to 2000. This extended rule has created a perception of Mexico as a one-party state, but this is a myth. The PRI's dominance, while significant, did not eliminate other political forces. In fact, during their rule, opposition parties consistently held seats in Congress and governed various states and municipalities. The PRI's rule ended in 2000 when Vicente Fox of the National Action Party, PAN, won the presidential election, marking the beginning of a new political era. This shift demonstrated that Mexico, instead of being a one-party state, has a vibrant multi-party system. Today, several political parties, including the PRI, PAN, and Morena, exert significant influence across the country. In reality, Mexico has a multi-party system with several parties having significant influence. Now, for the fact, Mexico is a vibrant multi-party democracy. This isn't just a statement, it's a reality that defines the political landscape of the country. In the heart of this multi-party system, two parties particularly stand out: the National Action Party, known as PAN, and the Party of the Democratic Revolution, or PRD. The National Action Party, a right-leaning party, has been a formidable force in Mexican politics, bringing a conservative approach to economic and social issues. On the other hand, we have the Party of the Democratic Revolution, a left-leaning party that champions social democracy and progressivism. These parties, along with several others, contribute to a dynamic political environment where diverse viewpoints are represented and debated. This multi-party system fosters a democratic spirit, encouraging citizens to participate in the political process and influencing the direction of the country. So, the one-party dominance, a myth of the past. Myth number 2, corruption is a standard part of Mexican politics. But is it? It's easy to buy into the stereotype that corruption is as Mexican as tequila and mariachi. This belief has been fueled by sensational media headlines and high-profile scandals that have painted a bleak picture of the political landscape. But take a step back and look again. Yes, corruption exists. It's a global issue not exclusive to Mexico, and it's not the norm. Mexico, like many countries, is involved in an ongoing struggle against corruption. The problem is real, but it's a battle, not a standard. It's a challenge that the country faces head-on, not a characteristic that defines it. Just as we wouldn't judge a book by its cover, we shouldn't judge a country by its challenges. Certainly, corruption exists, but it isn't as rampant as it's often portrayed. Let's dive into the truth. Mexico has been actively battling corruption. In fact, the Mexican government has made significant strides in its war against this societal menace. In one instance, the establishment of the National Anti-Corruption System, a groundbreaking initiative aimed at fostering transparency, accountability, and ultimately, trust in the political landscape. This system isn't just a solitary fortress, it's part of a broader campaign that includes other strategic initiatives. These range from strengthening the legal framework to enhancing public participation in governance. The government has also been investing in technology to promote transparency and to make it harder for corrupt practices to fly under the radar. Additionally, there's a shift in the cultural perspective, with a growing emphasis on ethics and integrity in public service. This isn't just a political agenda, it's a collective effort to build a more honest society. Mexico's fight against corruption is real and ongoing. Myth number 3. Mexico's politics is synonymous with violence. But is this the complete picture? Let's delve into this. The perception that political violence is a common theme in Mexico's politics is indeed widespread. This belief is largely fueled by sensational media reports and high-profile incidents that tend to dominate the headlines. However, it's essential to remember that these incidents, while tragic, are not the norm. Political violence is not exclusive to Mexico. It's a phenomenon that can be observed globally, in nations across the world. In reality, the vast majority of political activities in Mexico occur peacefully, far away from the spotlight of international media. Of course, it's undeniable that violence has played a role in the country's political history, just as it has in many nations. But to label Mexico's politics as inherently violent would be a gross oversimplification. Violence, unfortunately, is a part of politics worldwide, but it isn't the defining characteristic of Mexico's political scene. And now, the fact. Mexico has a history of peaceful political transitions. Despite the turbulent picture often painted, the country has a commendable track record of orderly power handovers. Take, for instance, the shift in 2000 from the Institutional Revolutionary Party, or PRI, which had held power for over 7 decades, to the National Action Party, or PAN. This was a peaceful transition that signaled a new era of multi-party democracy. Fast forward to 2018, the shift from Enrique Peña Nieto to Andrés Manuel López Obrador was yet another peaceful transition. This marked the return of the PRI to power after a 12-year hiatus, illustrating the fluidity of Mexican politics. These instances underscore a broader pattern of peaceful transitions in Mexico. They highlight the resilience of its democratic institutions, even in the face of challenges. So, the narrative of unending political violence? Not quite accurate. So, what have we learned about Mexican politics today? We've delved deep into the heart of Mexican politics, unraveling myths and exposing facts, demonstrating that things are not always what they seem on the surface. Let's look back at what we've uncovered. We began our journey in Mexico, a country often misunderstood, yet rich in history and political intrigue. We explored the myth of one-party dominance, a notion that many believe to be the cornerstone of Mexican politics. Yet, as we revealed, the reality is far from this. Mexico has evolved into a vibrant multi-party system, providing a platform for diverse voices and ideological perspectives. Then, we confronted the specter of corruption, a prevalent myth that often overshadows Mexico's political landscape. While it's true that corruption has been a significant challenge, it's also essential to acknowledge the ongoing determined efforts to tackle this issue head-on. From new policies to increased transparency, Mexico is actively combating corruption, striving for a more equitable and just political system. Our journey didn't shy away from the darker side of politics either. We addressed the grim reality of political violence, a fact that unfortunately is a part of Mexico's political history. But we also highlighted the peaceful transitions of power that have taken place, illustrating the resilience and strength of Mexico's democratic institutions. In conclusion, Mexican politics is a rich tapestry of complexities, far beyond the common misconceptions. It's a dynamic and evolving landscape, informed by the past but continuously striving towards a better future. It's a story of resilience, transformation, and unwavering commitment to democratic values. Remember, it's always essential to look beyond the myths to uncover the truths of any political landscape, and in Mexico's case, it's no different.